Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing the latest in the Master Grade Ver.Ka line. It is the Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee. Now, this one, Ver.Ka kits usually make a big splash, but I feel like this one is probably one that a lot of people are maybe not going to pay too much attention to. And so that's why I wanted to review it here for you guys, because this is, I think, a very cool kit. As you can see, first off, let's just take a minute to admire how awesome this box art is. This is amazing box art. The Ver.Ka kits always have great box art. The Banshee always looks good, but combine those two together and it makes for just some really good box art, especially because it's nice to see this box art actually in full color. We've actually seen this box art basically before. Some of you guys may know this and some of you may not, but this kit has basically already been released in the past, and this was as a premium Bandai kit. So there's what the premium Bandai kit looks like, and that's from the way early days of premium Bandai. This was like one of the first ones. It has been re-released a few times since then. Basically all it is just they just took the Master Grade Unicorn and included the new parts for the V-fin. Even the color part's not changed. The color part's the same as the original Unicorn. And that's it. It doesn't have the revolving launcher, it doesn't have the Armed Armor DE parts, it doesn't really have anything except for just the new parts for the head. And that's pretty much it. It is molded, of course, in all different colors, except that the premium Bandai kit came with green cycloframe parts. And so yeah, it's really awesome to see finally a proper Banshee Ver.Ka box art, and it looks so good. So that's one thing that I want to include over the course of this unboxing, is giving you guys a couple of quick comparisons about the differences between these two kits, the standard release and the P Bandai. But I think you all agree this is just some amazing looking, beautiful box art. The colors look so good in this digital painted image, and the Banshee and Unicorn mode in the background there looking so cool. So let me stop gushing about the artwork here for a minute and just get on with the unboxing. First of all, I just want to say again a huge thank you to SA Gundam Store for supplying me with this kit to share with you guys. Guys, do check this kit out on their site. Again, I think over the course of this unboxing and review, I hope that I will be able to convince you guys that even with the real grade out, there's still a lot of merit to this kit. So there's some text here on the side talking about the Banshee, the Black Lion counterpart to the Unicorn Gundam. Just a brief history there of what the MG Ver.Ka line is. Some people do ask that every time I talk about a Ver.Ka kit. I inevitably get a comment asking what Ver.Ka means. Here's talking about a couple of finer points of the kits: the transformation into Unicorn mode, a full extension of the Destroy mode. We have gold parts for the antenna, and the cycle frame parts are in a yellow special light gathering resin. They're just showing the other RXO series mobile suits, the Phoenix and the Unicorn there as well, and some really nice illustration. And the list price for this kit, 5,000 yen. Not cheap, but I think it's a very fair price. It's a pretty big Master Grade box, as you can see. On this side, we can just see some specifications, weapons, things like that. Here's what you're going to get in the kit. You get the shield, the beam magnum, extra ammo for that, the hyper bazooka, and of course our beam sabers. Here's what the kit is going to look like when it is all painted up and decaled up with all those Ver.Ka decals, nice gold decals for this kit. It's looking definitely a little bit darker here for the color scheme they've gone for it. For this sample, I should say, it's a little bit darker blue than even usual. And a couple of detail shots here of that. Alright, so let's get it popped open. Right off the bat, we're greeted with a whole lot of love. We got this really nice sprayed gold runner here, looking very similar to the gold for the Hyakushiki 2.0 kit. And another thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that this actually does include the color parts for the Banshee. So even though it's not really supposed to, they did include that with this kit. So that's pretty awesome, even though it doesn't show that on the front of the box. And it doesn't even show it on the sample images on the side of the box either. So while you could make it exactly how it appears on the outside of the box, you can also make it with the correct color pieces as well. So that is pretty cool. Of course, we've got that beautiful bright orange cycle frame, and then this beautiful sheet of nice gold and a few white ones on there as well. Waterside decals looking so good. And then of course it's pretty much all just Master Grade Unicorn standard fare here. We have some foil stickers, weapon parts. I'll go through all of this stuff individually here in a moment. Molded gold parts here for a few of the kind of inner frame gold parts. Some more cycle frame here. Whole bunch of armor stuff. And then one thing that I'm also curious is if this is going to include the new kind of updated parts that were used for the Unicorn OVA version, where they updated the parts that kind of changed the shape of a few of the parts a little bit to improve the articulation compared to the original Ver.Ka Master Grade Unicorn. I believe that's what we've got in here. That's what I would assume, but we'll see when we get to that. So let's take a look at this manual here. Beautiful. Gotta love that Ver.Ka style, and this just beautiful imagery. Continued here onto the manual as well on the back. Simple, love that design work. Open it up, and if you're a Banshee fan, you gotta be loving this right now. I certainly am. This is just a beautiful looking kit, and all of this imagery just looks so nice. Okay, so we've got our parts list here, littered with a few leftover parts here and there. Those are pretty much going to be kind of like unicorn parts, or parts that are just in the wrong color from the original unicorn. They just kind of had to change up the molding a little bit. One interesting point here, though. Those gold parts for the actual Banshee's collar are actually crossed off in the manual, so it's like got those listed as extra parts. So that is pretty interesting that they included those with this kit. I'm quite surprised by that. So for the construction of this kit, it goes from the chest to the head, and then on to the arms, left arm, right arm, and then finishing up the upper body with the shoulders, and then onto the waist, and then onto the feet and the legs, right leg, left leg, and we find ourselves here at the center pages. Here we've got some cool artwork with the Banshee as it appears for this box art. I have a feeling that this is actually new artwork, it looks like, because it looks slightly different. So I have a feeling that this is like the new artwork, and this is the traditional artwork for the actual animation we can see here. The Banshee and the Banshee Norn in Unicorn and Destroy mode there. Some nice artwork for that. And the nice thing about all this too is all the stuff that we've got in the manual here, we've got in Japanese and English. So we've got a bit here about the Unicorn Gundam, some more information over here about the Phoenix, some more information over here about the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, and then all this bit here about another Divine Beast Banshee, the Black Lion, this interview with Hajime Katoki. We've got the interview with Hajime Katoki also in English here, so that is really cool. A lot of really cool information and imagery in this manual. This is definitely really nice. Construction just continues on with the legs, and then finally onto the backpack, and then onto the weapons. Again, it's just the same weapons and accessories of just the regular Unicorn kit, but it's nice to just have those. You can always use extras with other different Unicorn Master Grade kits that you have. You can always mix and match those however you like. And then it just goes through the transformation there, and then on the last pages we have our color guide over here on the side, color chart for the Banshee itself, and also for Riddy Marcenas. And then we've got our decal marking guide. You can see there's just a whole lot of decals everywhere on the weapons too. We also have some options for the main markings here for the shoulders, whether you want to have like the General Revel logo there, or the Anaheim Electronic logo, or this big 008 on there. So very nice. Okay, so before we get into looking at the runners themselves, I just want to do a couple comparisons between the two kits. This is the manual that we've just seen, the new manual for the kit. With the original P Bandai kit, you just get the original Gundam Unicorn Ver.Ka manual, and then you get this big huge amendment page here which shows you the new instructions for the head, and then the the decal marking guide here for that, and the color guide and all of that is on this big extra sheet of paper. And then let's take a look at these because there's some big differences here as well. Obviously the Psycho Frame color is different, the standard release and the premium Bandai kit there has the green Psycho Frame for the final battle version. And the decals are actually different as well. They're both gold, but the Ver.Ka decals you can see are this really, really shiny gold. And whereas the new standard release markings are in gold, but they're definitely a much more dull gold. They're not going to be popping and shining as much. So that may be, to your taste one way or the other, but they're definitely different. I was not expecting that actually. So that's something to think about. Also, the BD runner here for the standard release kit is molded in gold. On the premium Bandai kit, it was just molded in yellow, so it's a kind of ugly yellowish color. Definitely looks much better in gold, I'd say. And then the BB runner, this is also quite interesting because actually the original premium Bandai version also included the parts for the Banshee's actual color parts as well. I didn't know that, or I just forgot that apparently. So yeah, that was not actually new for this kit. I'm just stupid. But you can see the color of the gold is slightly different. With the pre-Bandai kit, is definitely a more yellowish color of gold, and with the new kit we have, it's a little bit more just like white gold kind of color. So it's slightly different there. Okay, so let's get on with quickly looking through everything that we've got in the box. Here is our foil sticker sheet. And as you can see, we do have some options, whether you want to have red or yellow for the eyes, and then some options for the cameras there, red or yellow, and then some green stickers there for the cameras on the bazooka and the beam magnum. And then once again, look at the waterside decal sheet now outside of the plastic. You can see all that nice detail on there. Yeah, it is definitely in a more dull gold color, but I think those should look pretty nice on the kit. Standard SB1 clear pink beam saber effect parts here. Okay, so here we have runner A, and as most of these runners are going to be from the original Master Grade Unicorn kit, this is part 1 of 2 of the Psycho Frame runners. So we've got a whole bunch of nice bright clear orange here. Under UV light, you can see it's going to be shining very brightly. And one thing that's nice about this too is that sometimes under UV light it kind of takes on a little bit of a purple tone of the just color of the UV light, but in this case it does seem to be staying pretty true to a really bright clear yellowish orange color, and it looks really good. And the runner B, of course, is just the second half of our cycle frame parts for the kit. Runner C, now getting into the dark blue armor parts for the kits. And so as you can see, we do have all the parts here to make the regular unicorn head. If you did want to make just a black unicorn, you could do that with this kit. Runner D, just some more dark blue parts here. We have our pilot figures as well, seated and standing there. You'll just have to paint that in Riddig's colors instead of the white and red color scheme for Banshee. Runner E here is basically all of our armor parts for the arm, and so we have 2 of these, 1 for each arm. Okay, and then we've got runner F, which is a whole bunch of the armor parts for the legs. Not all, but we'd have 2 of this runner as well. And here I can confirm this is the updated parts that were used for the OVA version. So these parts here are... the corner is like kind of trimmed down a little bit on the shape of that, and then this part on the back of the leg, it's also trimmed down a little bit on the top of that to give you a better bend in the knee. So even though this runner is apparently the original runner, and the day is 2007, which I'm pretty sure is the production day of the original Masquerade Unicorn Ver.Ka kit, but even though it has that date on it, this is the updated parts on here, so... interesting. Anyway, that's good. Better articulation. And then runner G here with the last of our dark blue armor parts here, as well as our hand covers and beam saber handles. And then runner H here, we're back to ABS plastic, as this is just a plain gray color of parts for the inner frame. And then runner I, more ABS gray inner frame parts. And runner J, more ABS gray inner frame parts. And runner K, more ABS gray inner frame parts. And runner L, more ABS gray inner frame parts. And runner M coming in here with the combo breaker. There's still gray parts and not exactly inner frame. There's a couple of pilot seat parts there, thruster bells, some parts there, gray for the waist. Not in ABS though, this is back to just regular polystyrene plastic. And then runner N also continuing the same, just standard gray color here, but this is all the parts for the Hyper Bazooka and the Beam Magnum. Then we've got runner O in this nice blue color here, is just ammunition for the Beam Magnum, and we've got 2 of this O runner. Then we've got the last of our parts here from the original Unicorn kit. This is runner P in black for the feet and the backpack. And then our 3 new runners specifically for the Banshee are here. We have BA, which is our new color parts, cockpit hatch, and parts for the head. Runner BB, which is our sprayed gold parts here for the V-fin and the collar. And finally, runner BD, which is a molded gold ABS plastic here, just for some different parts. For some accents there. So that is it for the unboxing, and hopefully this has been helpful for you guys, because like I said, I think this is a kit that a lot of people just wrote off probably as just another Master Grade Unicorn kit, when yeah, it totally is that, but I think it's still a very cool Master Grade kit if you're looking for a Master Grade kit. And I think the Master Grade Unicorn kit often gets a bad rap. There are often a lot of complaints about it. And there is also, rightfully so, a lot of love and appreciation now for the real grade Unicorn kit, and praise of it being probably like the best version of the Unicorn to get. And while that is arguably true, I do think that the Master Grade is still a beautiful kit, and so I want to show it some love and appreciation here on my channel. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing. Again, thank you to USA Gundam Store, guys. Check the link to their site down below. Use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10. I'll have the review for this guy coming up next, and then after that, I want to do a separate video breaking down some of the differences and comparing and contrasting between the real grade and the Master Grade. Comparing, contrasting, and appreciating both of them for being really, really nice kits. So that's it, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.